started.
Okay. So, April, first thing you need to do in order to change these is you need to shut. Parker, don't jump around. No, I wanted you back there. Please go back. I need the whole thing in shot and stay there, okay? Is turn off the two valves. It doesn't matter which order you turn them off in. One is here, and you turn it clockwise until it stops. And there's a little on-off on it. The other one, unfortunately, you have to use these for. And you turn it clockwise to stop it too. And you need to make sure you don't strip it, so you need to squeeze pretty hard. So now there's no more water flowing into the pump. You turn this top screw counterclockwise. It will let a little bit of air out, and then there's a release down here at the bottom that you unscrew counterclockwise as well. And that's going to let water come out, and it will drain the entire pump. We'll let that drain out. You put the cap over here. Once it's at least halfway down, which is when the water really starts backing off to where it is, we need to turn this rim counterclockwise. Now, you'll notice 2 out of the 4 handles have a little yellow thing on them. Those are the ones you squeeze when it gets stuck, because there's a clip on the bottom. So you just see it clipped. Now I need to squeeze the 2 yellow ones. Right now the 2 yellow ones happen to be in these positions. So I pull up on the little yellow part, you hear it click, and then it should continue rotating. Give it 3 or 4 good turns, and then this should come off. After that, put your foot on the side, on the base, so that you can get some leverage and pull off the top. This piece unscrews counterclockwise. It has some water in it, so you have to dump it out once it unscrews all the way. So it comes off, dump it out. It does get a little buildup on it, so you may want to hose it too, but it's not important if you missed that.
We missed it last time.
What?
We missed it last time too.
Yeah, don't worry about that. And the top can be hosed off as well. And then these guys, these fins come off straight up. You will see a bunch of sediment. It's actually the filter material combined with grossness.
But just
Pull them all off.
It's okay.
Line them all up.
You can wear gloves if you
Keep
want
videotaping.
to. You can wear gloves if you want to, Mom, too. So, like, because it is kind of gross, but you can wash your hands. It's on.
Oh, you can videotape over there. You don't need to videotape me.
Oh.
But I need the hose so you can't stand on it. And you're going to need to back up a little bit, because I'm going to need, I don't want to get the camera wet.
Yep. I will have to.
And you simply hose off all the green, black, brown stuff.
I'm zooming in, is that okay?
What?
I'm zooming in, is that okay?
You don't need to, Parker. I said not to.
Okay, I'll stop.
Okay, one side's clean. Flip it over. Now, unfortunately, you're supposed to be able to backwash this stuff off, but it gets so congealed it doesn't work. The pressure on the backwash isn't enough. It works when the pools are already fairly clean. rinse out the inside.
Do you want me to come over there?
What?
Do you want me to come over there?
No, I don't want you to come over there. Just rinse out the inside from all the junk. And it doesn't have to be spotless, just the majority of the stuff out. Then turn off the water. Now you can go back to where you were.
Alright.
Try not to hop. That's going to be really bad on camera.
Okay.
Walk. Alright. And then these go back in. You probably need to zoom in on this part.
Alright. Well, don't you want to see the holes in it? So do you want me to come over
You
there?
need to come and zoom
Yeah.
come over. You're gonna get, stop hopping, please.
Okay,
Walk.
just
Just
to get around the water.
Stop hopping.
Okay.
Just
okay,
walk
I'm
with
done.
both feet.
I'm done hopping.
Now point down inside. No, you need to be over it and inside. So there's little holes here, here, here. And this pin that you see, you can't hold on to me.
Okay.
This pin goes in those holes. Get over top again, please. And it goes just like this. So the short fin goes just about to touch this, and this gets about 2 or 3 inches away. And then you just place them in the same way at every one. Stay there.
It's not much.
We'll just close it for
Here,
now.
you say you hosed them off at the
And I'll
end.
close it off
You've done it.
afterwards because. So normally I would. You see, there's some dirt from hosing them down.
Yeah.
I would. No, I'm talking about to camera, to mom. And I would hose that off, but I have to get the video done for you today, so I'll do it afterwards because I don't want to take the time to go.
Guys, you have what?
All right, so they should make this little star pattern.
Yeah.
And then this guy, no, stay focusing over there, don't focus on me. This goes on so that the screw part goes right through the middle, and you might have to wiggle it around a little bit to get it to fit, because it has little pins that go through the right spots. Now, are you zooming down? You can see that not all the fins are right. Some of them are pushed in and pushed out. That means that they aren't actually in right. And you should notice that means that they're, can you get that straight down? See how they're all equal out?
Yep.
That is when they're on right. And then you take the top piece that you unscrewed before, set it on there, and then just righty-tighty, screw it down. Just hand tight, doesn't have to be overly tight. This part's a little tricky. Set this on. There is a cup on the inside that fits over the top of this, so it fits on very specifically.
I should zoom out now, right?
And then once you get it around that, there's actually a seal on the edge that you can see here, this rubber gasket. And the rubber gasket has to go down inside. If it doesn't, it will leak. And if it leaks, oops, sorry, I actually put this on backwards. You want the release to point that direction, so I have to turn it. And the pressure reader to be pointed towards you when you're working on it.
With an ant on it.
I don't care about the ant. Alright, it fit in there. Now I get it so it's basically not tight down, but resting down everywhere, and then start to press down. And this side, as you can see, went down. This side has not, which generally means I have to pull it up because it won't seal correctly if one side goes down too much earlier than the other. Because the whole seal's got to come around essentially at the same time.
Yeah.
So this takes a few minutes to get it right. There, it feels like it's going all together. And once you get it down all the way, put long as your weight on it, make sure it doesn't wiggle anymore. And you slide this guy down. Slide it down, take it around 2 or 3 turns, and then once it goes and stops, you're done. Then step back. You need to keep videotaping. Step back while videotaping. Then you plug the cap here, so no more water's coming out. This, back up. This stays open. And we open up this side first. And the reason why we do this side first is that gives a little backflow on some of that dirt that we got on there. So this goes counterclockwise. And you'll hear the water start running in. You'll hear that air valve making a hissing sound.
Yep.
Now, water's flowing back from the pump in through the pump in reverse direction. I let it run for a couple seconds. Then I open up the other side and you'll hear the hissing gets louder because more water's flowing through there. And we'll leave this open until water spurts out the top. That means it's filled all the way. You should have no leaking around here. If you do, then you have to reseat it again.
See, there's no leaking so far.
Down here, because soon it'll pop open or start squirting water.
You know what, screw it, I'll just wash my feet afterwards.
Yep, that's what I wanted to do. You notice the tone of the hissing changes as it gets closer to full. It should start squirting soon.
You left it open a bit. Yeah,
There
it's
you go.
good.
Then you just turn it clockwise, tighten it. It says open, close on the top too if you want to read that. And then turn that down. It doesn't have to be overly tight, but it does need to be tight. And then you turn the pump on. The pump on switch is here, and you want to flip this side of it so it's a rocker switch. It goes this way and this way. If you turn it on this way, it goes low. That's not what we want. We want high, so go this way for high. And then you should see water come out under violet. Now here's an example. No, just sit close. This is an example of what happens when there's not enough water in there. And usually that means inside here, the basket flipped up, and it did. And it's causing water to not come in correctly. You'll notice that that is not full anymore. The secondary basket filter is not full anymore. And so I will turn it on low just to fill the basket. Once this basket that has a clear top on it gets filled up with water, which is kind of slowly happening.
It's on now.
I know. And then I'll turn it on high. That basket needs to fill up like it's doing right now. And it's filling. And you'll see it fully full right about now. And you'll see that the water goes rather violently. And it should run that way right now for a couple of hours. Here's the videotaping of it. It should, yeah, you're way too close. It should go for a couple hours with that sound before we have to undo it. Alright?